Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Back at you with another video. Gonna do this a little differently. Gonna play a little background music, some of the music I've made to see how this goes. But just in the background, not too loud, just a little noise in the background for when you get those times where it's a little quiet. But yeah, let me just make sure it's not too loud. And that should be good. But anyway, here we go. We got Super Bowl 34. And I just wanted to just touch base on a few things, guys. So whenever you're watching a game and a receiver is out wide, like right or left, you're always thinking that he's going to go inside as a cornerback. So if you ever see a cornerback play the outside when the receiver's going in, he turns his shoulders, or he happens to just fall down, you know something is going on. Because out of all my years of playing football, playing DB, I've never just flat out fall down while covering someone. Like, you don't just fall down unless you wanted to. Or if you ever see the running backs leaking out of the backfield and no one can ever seem to catch them, or no one seems to be around them, that's when you know there's a rig. Because when guys are defending, they're always on guys. You can't just not have a guy covering a guy out of the backfield and assume that it's real. But here we go. Some more fakery. And out of the gate, we have a field goal. And it is a botch. Right out of the gate. So just right out of the gate, they have a botch. Yeah, that was just messed up from the beginning. You gotta have everyone think the Titans have a chance to win this. There was no way that they were gonna let the Tennessee market, beat the St. Louis market. There's just no way. Drops back, wide open. They do a screen though. No one around them. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Where's his spy? You're telling me there's no spy on Eddie George, who happens to be the best running back in the league? You're telling me there's no spy on him? No one has eyes on him? You just let Eddie George just run a screen, no linebacker. Out of all 3-4 linebackers on the field, not one of them was assigned. Okay. That's what we're going to say, right? That makes a lot of sense, I guess, right? And wide left. Let's take a look at that one again. What do you think? Did that one look a little weird? Let's see. So he goes, he steps up, he kicks it. You see the ball's right there. And then it just carries inside a dome. It gets carried in a dome. Okay. No wind at all, and it just hooks like there is like a dramatic wind. Okay. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Drops back. Look at how both DBs are like right next to each other. So you're both just gonna be right next to each other, huh? On top of each other. No one's gonna guard the receiver. Look at this. What is this guy? He's literally 3-4 yards away from him. Like, what are you doing? And even he had this guy too, 3 yards away. He could have thrown right there. You got two guys in the same zone. The only way that makes sense is if they were in a 2-man under. And even then, it doesn't make sense. The safety still should have been deeper. The only way that makes sense is if they were double teaming him, but they really weren't, because the guy was way over the top. He wasn't even in the picture, and the guy that was on him was still 4 yards away from him. So it's like, who was covering who? Right there, right there. See what I mean? That's a leak out of the backfield. So no one covers Marshall Faulk out of the backfield. And you guys want to tell me the NFL is real? Who would set a defense up this way? You're the defensive coordinator in the Super Bowl. You have 3 keys. Actually, you have 4 keys. What do you got? Isaac Bruce, one of these guys, or Isaac Bruce or Torrey Holt, one of these two. Ricky Prohl, Marshall Faulk. Those are the 4 guys you got to cover. So you should always have a key on all 4 guys. But they don't have anybody on Isaac Bruce or Marshall Faulk. And let's see what happens. That's Torrey Holt, I think, actually. So Torrey Holt's left wide open. And then this linebacker is told to blitz to leave Marshall Faulk wide open. Like, this isn't a blitz that you would call in this scenario. Like, why would you call a delayed blitz on a screen? Like, that's not anything anyone would do. And on top of that, if a linebacker saw that his coach was dumb enough to call a delayed blitz when the running back is leaking out of the backfield, not max protecting, you know what a linebacker would do? He would peel off because he knows that there's no one else to cover this. He wouldn't keep rushing in no man's land and be caught right here when the ball's already being thrown just to jump up and be nowhere near it. Like, he would never do that. He would have peeled off to the running back and at the very least try to defend him. He wouldn't just be in no man's land and just let Marshall Faulk just run scot-free down the field as if anybody would do that, as if he isn't the primary game plan of the entire game. But okay, sure. But somehow the Rams don't score on that drive. Oh, let's look at how this guy just goes right through untouched. So let's see. Oh, it was the right tackle. The right tackle pushes him to the ground. Right tackle. Nah, he didn't even push him to the ground. The right tackle just didn't move his feet. When you don't run your feet, and when you don't get back, that's what happens. He's run blocking instead of getting back to pass block. Look at his feet. Look at his footwork, linemen. All you linemen out here, is he pass blocking or is he really run blocking? Look, he's not really getting back to pass block. He didn't get any depth. There was no pocket at all, guys. These guys are run blocking on a pass play. There is no type of pocket. And the average fan won't even realize this. But I played quarterback, so I know what these guys are supposed to be doing. So you're not going to sit here and tell me that they're doing the right thing here. They're in a pass play and they're run blocking. You got a tackle not even kicking his legs back to get depth. You got this guy just coming across his face. Literally no technique at all. And that's what happens. When you got guys just doing whatever they want, following a script, that's what you do. You just let guys through. You don't follow technique. Technique doesn't mean anything in the NFL. Technique what? What's that? I don't know what that is. I don't think they know either. It's kind of sad. All right, can we get to the next play? Here we go. So they're run blocking again, but the only reason that made sense because it was nice. So they do a play action. So the only reason the run blocking makes sense now is because they did play action. The last play they didn't do play action, so it doesn't make sense. So you do run blocking because you're play action. All right, that makes sense. But the last play, there wasn't no play action. They just run blocked for no reason. They were doing run blocking schemes on a non-play action play. It doesn't make sense. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. It just doesn't make sense. You would never do that. And then I just want you guys to see how accurate these quarterbacks are. You see how he can just fit this in there? So I don't want you guys to tell me that when he throws it right to the other team that, oh, it was an accident. Oh, he didn't mean to do it. The ball just slipped. Oh, no. Stop it, bro. If he throws it there, that's where he wanted it to go. So, stop with this nonsense. Stop defending these bums. These are supposedly the most covenant athletes in America. And this is what they do. They come out here and just stink up the joint. So you notice how that one didn't hook left at all, right? That ball mechanics, right? Look at it. Look at the defensive back. Watch what this guy does. He turns his shoulder to allow the guy to catch the ball. Look at this. Watch closely. What is he doing? It's the NFL is pitch, catch, tackle. That's what the NFL is. Pitch, catch, and tackle. Like he basically let him catch the ball and then tackled him. He didn't even try to like break it up. Didn't try to like get in the pass screen at all. He just said, "Catch the ball and I'm gonna tackle you." You can even see when I paused the screen, he waited for him to catch it and then came up. So they just want St. Louis to get a bunch of field goals. You guys see what they're doing here? Everyone had St. Louis scoring at least 35, 42 points on them. But now instead of them scoring touchdowns, they got them scoring field goals. So they're going to win this game with a bunch of field goals on defense, right? The way that no one would have ever thought it, right? It's so dumb. There's always one team that we know that's going to make it, and then a team that no one ever thought would make it. That's how the NFL goes. All right, let's see this again. So this is the second time that the kick has been blocked. One on each side. Like, who would have ever thought that this game would come down to special teams? But the NFL completely flips the script on us. We thought it was going to be an offensive game, and they turn into a special teams cloud and a dust football game. So here we go. Off the edge. Look at this guy. Oh my God, guys. Anybody that played football, can you tell me what this guy did wrong here? The guy on this side, he's doing what he's supposed to do correctly. You go to the inside, block the inside guy, and then you shove the guy with your left arm. This side, you're supposed to take the inside guy and shove the outside guy with your right arm. You would never let the inside guy just go through and take the outside guy. You would never do that. That's not something anyone would ever do in a million years. But since it's the NFL, and this guy was told to let this guy go through, you let him go through. That's what it is. Like, you would never do that. That's not anything anyone's ever taught. Okay? I played wingback on the freaking extra point and field goal team. So I know the responsibility of the wingback. The wingback is never told to leave the inside, ever, in any circumstance. There is no circumstance ever that you're told to let this happen. This is just him just doing this on his own. And this is something I never saw watching the game in full speed. This is why I watch these games in slow speed, so you can see. You can clearly see that this game is not real. It's fake. It's hell. Stop holding on to some fake stuff. This is completely fake. He lets the guy through it, and they probably practiced it that way. That isn't a great play by him. That's just somebody just didn't do their job. Somebody just purposely let the guy through. But when you're watching the game, you're not going to notice this because it happens so fast. And that's why they want the fastest guys in the draft. It's not because, oh, we want the fastest guys to make the best plays. They want the fastest guys so when they make mistakes, it looks like a blur on the screen. It looks like something that was supposed to happen. When it happens like that in full game speed time, you can't really tell that the mistakes are happening. You can't really tell that the rig is happening unless you're really watching. But you really got to slow these games down. And that's when you see stuff like this. All right? So I don't want you guys telling me, oh, this stuff is real. He just got confused. He didn't know he was supposed to block. Shut the hell up. That's something they tell you day one on special teams. That's something they teach you day effing one. I don't want anyone telling me that is real. All right? Because I will literally box you. Like, I will literally fight you if you tell me that is a real play that happens. Because that is not. Like, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to your whole being if you're telling me that is even legitimate. The kicker's not even mad because he knew. He knew that was a botch. He knew his right tackle just let the guy go through. Or his right wing back, I mean. It's just ridiculous. Look at it. You see, and you guys want to tell me Kurt Warner, remember that Super Bowl when he kept throwing it right to the other team? But now, look at this. In between four guys, in between all four of them, dot on a line. And you guys want to tell me that he was just throwing it to the other team, the Super Bowl that he lost to the Patriots, right? That's what we're saying? Okay. Right. He's that accurate, right? But he's just throwing picks right to the other team. And before the game, he's got his eyes shut, not even wanting to look at the screen. And now look at this. Every pass is a pinpoint throw. Every single pass is a pinpoint throw this game. But against the Patriots, he's throwing it to the other team. Look at this. He's throwing it between two guys on a line. But you guys are telling me against the Patriots he can't hit a target? Okay. Okay. Or perhaps maybe you could be open to the fact that he was told to just throw the game and just to have a bad game. Maybe you guys should be open to the fact that this stuff is not real. Maybe you should be open to the fact that everything isn't as what it seems. So look at this. Inside, you know he's running a slant and this guy turns his shoulder to the right. For what reason, I don't know. If anything, you'd keep your shoulders square and you would jam your left arm into his right shoulder. Or your right arm. Either arm, you would jam into his left shoulder to keep him from getting that inside leverage right away. But what does this guy do? He turns his shoulders to the sideline and allows the slant. And now, not only does he turn his shoulders to the sideline, he jumps to the right. And now is off balance with his left foot. Now this guy has the hole inside. He's going to easily go inside. There's nothing Sydney can do about it. Now he has to turn his whole body to make it look like, oh, he faked me out. When really, he just let him go inside. My man, Torrey Holt, didn't put a single move on him. He just went right to the slant. He didn't put a move on him. The guy just turned his shoulder and let him go inside. And that's just pitch and catch. The corner can't do anything about it. Look at Kurt Warner. Yeah, okay, you're an actor. We know. You practiced that play how many times? All right, here we go. Now this is where the dramatics start happening. Third quarter, fourth quarter, that's when they call it themselves the witching hour on the NFL Network, on the Red Zone. They call it the witching hour for a reason, because they know this shit is fake. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this guy. He stops running. They're just letting McNair run up the field now, because they got to let the comeback happen. This is absurd. I don't even want to go back. That was just so fake. We've seen at least 6, 7 botch slot plays. Like, I'm not going to just keep going back. It's absurd. We know it's fake. If you're on my channel, you know this stuff is fake. Look at this. All right, now I got to go back. This is ridiculous. No one's even trying to stop the run. Oh, just over here. Look at standing around. Just right there alone. But let's look at this. They got a nose tackle. They got the correct front. 3 linebackers already not pursuing. What is this guy doing? They're running the ball, and this guy is facing this way. Look, his eyes are this way. What is he looking at? They're running the ball here, and he's looking this way. This guy is clearly blocking, so stop looking there. You make your read already. So he doesn't make his read. Now he makes a read. He's never going to get there. Look at the defensive end goes upfield instead of just staying right here and just jamming and keeping his feet. And then now the linebackers are just in behind the wash. Look at this guy. He goes wide. Doesn't even try to like hug the line, what you're told to do on the goal line. He goes wide instead of hugging the line to hit the guy because he doesn't want to hit him. He wants to let him in. This ain't real football, guys. Just because they got shiny-ass helmets and numbers on their back doesn't mean it's real. Just because they run really fast and you can't see what they're doing in real time doesn't mean it's real. Just because you idolize them at 5 years old and grew up with it doesn't mean it's real. Doesn't mean you have to continue doing it. Like, just wake up, people. This isn't real football. Look at him. He's right here. He doesn't even run into the block properly. Oh, yeah, let me grab his hips. Like, stop, bro. Stop. You knew you were never going to make that play. Drop back. Oh, now they make a pocket. You see how they make a pocket now? And see how the right tackle's doing his job this time? They pick and choose. And then now these DBs let him complete the pass. The guys were in position, but they just let the guys catch the ball. They stay close enough so they can make the tackle but not make the play. They don't want to find the football. Why would they want to find the football? Because then they would have to make a play, right? Drop back. Speed out. It's a speed out, and then this guy lets the guy right through. That guy could have easily tipped it. Didn't really jump with his full might. Look at 22. Oh, you're telling me? So number 22, you run a 4-4 probably, and maybe even a 4-3, and you're telling me this fat mother effer is going to fake you out like this? Okay, get out of here, bro. Get out of here with that. Miss me with that. That's Frank Wycheck. He runs like a 4-8. He is not agile. He's not athletic. Wait, no, that's not Frank Wycheck. I don't even know who that is, but he's not no freaking speed demon, I'll tell you that. That's Frank Wycheck, 89. What? Yeah, okay. Stop it, guys. So you guys are telling me that this is real? You guys are telling me this is real. First of all, what is this linebacker doing? He runs into his hole and then stops running. And then he's supposed to be, you know what this guy's supposed to be doing? He's supposed to be running down the line and meeting this running back. So he stops running. So two of your linebackers are not running, all right? So keep that in mind. So you got two linebackers who are supposed to be pursuing backside to clean up. They're not even pursuing. All right, so keep that in mind. And then you only have one linebacker now who's pursuing. And what does he do? He gets caught behind a pancake of a guy who's not even in the correct gap. And then he gets pancaked and pinballed by Frank Wycheck, it looks like. Now, we got a D tackle and a corner. What's going to happen here? Corner's going to dive at nothing. And then you got the D tackle who will do what? Get him in the end zone. And that's the NFL for you. No one's really trying to make plays. So they let them score because they got to let it be an interesting game. They got to make it seem like it's close, keep people engaged, keep the ratings up, keep the engagement up. That's all it is. This ain't real football. If this were real football, guys would have been tackled already. Look at this. What is 52 doing? Right now, 52, he sees both guys coming. If this was a real play, you know what 52 would have done? He would have torpedoed right into this lineman's legs to knock him down and create a pile right here. If this were real, that's what 52 is taught to do. You're taught to torpedo into this guy to cause a pile. What does he do? He stands straight up and lets the guy block him. He doesn't take him. He lets the guy take him out instead of taking the guy out. And then this guy doesn't really go at him. He goes at him head to head instead of taking his legs out. He goes for the tackle, actually, instead of taking the guy out. And he torpedoes two of his guys. So he took out two of his guys to make a play. And then this guy we already saw. And then boom. But the NFL is real. His knee's down, so they're going to run another play. His knee was definitely down. So let's... But they didn't call it, though, guys. So you guys believe the NFL is real. His knee was down, and he wasn't even in. But they called it a touchdown. And now no one can tackle Steve McNair. This is the WWE. The NFL is made to make players look great. Like the WWE is made to make wrestlers look great. It's the same thing. It's just made to make certain players look great in certain moments. That's all it is. Like, you guys just got to understand this stuff. Another drop back. Look at the right tackle. He lets him right through. And then a fumble. Oh, my God. He just drops the ball on the ground, guys. Let's watch it. Let's watch him catch the ball. Catches it and then drops it for no reason. The guy didn't even hit him. He just coughs it up. He just coughs it up on purpose. I want to see a replay of this idiot just dropping the ball down. Get up, you fugazi. Oh, they got the ball back. I didn't realize they got the ball back. I guess they didn't call a fumble. All right. We want to go to the next play. Drop back, Kurt Warner. Heaves it. Look at this. Throws it up. Oh my God. Look at the DB, guys. Look at the DB. Look at what the DB does. Alright, ball's in the air. Watch what the DB does. Like, what is he doing? He overruns him. Look at the DB. He runs past him. He's in great position. He was in great position. Then he runs by him. And what are you doing? Why are you playing the ball like that. You're not even jumping at it aggressively. You're not really trying to make a play for the ball. He's not even really trying. Like, what is he doing? You're not going to make a play from there. You're just not. You're taught to jump and high point the ball. Is that a high point, or is that him just falling on the ground? And then he clipped the guy right there. DB does nothing, falls on the ground for no reason. This guy does nothing, lets him go right by. And then right here we get a clip. That's a clip in the back. Not called. Pushes him clearly in the back. Oh well. They live to fight another day. Nice little clip in the back. Give him a nice little fake touchdown. Like, stop it, guys. Like, that was not a real touchdown. Dude just literally let him catch the ball and then falls on the ground. Like, dude, stop. Out of all my years, I've never been on defense covering a receiver and just fall on the ground for no reason. That's never happened to me. But in the NFL, it seems to happen all the time for no reason. Look at the DB. Now he's in great position now. Now he just does nothing. He falls. He thinks like he's the receiver. Like, dude, what are you doing? Oh my God, it just makes me sick watching this. Because when you watch it in slow motion, you can tell it. You know it's not real. In real time, it looks real-ish. Like you can tell something's up, but then when you slow it down, you really can tell. Look at this. Stop it, guys. Stop it. Can we make this make sense? This is now turned into Madden. There's no way that this guy is not getting him. He dives at nothing and torpedoes his own guy, right? Yep, we see that all the time in the NFL. How many times do we see that where his one teammate knocks his own teammate on the ground? This guy would get him, and this guy would get him. Literally, all these guys would get him if this was real. Like, come on now. We got guys torpedoing and pinballing their own teammates. And we already know how this game ended, guys. It ended on the inch-yard line. Like, it doesn't get more dramatic than that, guys. Losing a game like that. It really does not. And he drops back again. Notice how the right tackle is doing what he's supposed to do now. Now he's getting depth. Now he's moving his feet, right? Why couldn't he do that earlier in the game? Stop it, guys. Stop it. Look at this. They're just trying to make Steve McNair look great. Look at him. They're trying to make him look great. That's all that was. How is he not? Guys, I need you guys to understand. These defensive tackles, they bench like 600 pounds, 500 pounds. They squat 1,000 pounds easily. And they can't bring this man down. He's 212 pounds. Stop it. I don't believe that for a second. They're just building up drama right here. That's all they're doing. They're just building up drama, guys. So, like, you're telling me that this guy's just wide open. Well, I guess they're covering for a long time, but we can't see what's going on back here. This guy ends up wide open. Ay. This stuff is just so fake. Alright, this is it. Here's the play. And we're not going to be watching it 50 times. Probably going to watch it a couple, and that's it. Come on, run it. Come on, run it. Come on, run it. We know it's going in 87. This is all drama, this play is. How many times do you think they practice this? How many times do you guys think they practice that play? Like, for it to run this way and for him to be short that shortly. Like, they practice this play probably 90 times every day to get it perfected. Slant. This guy gives up the slant. Like, says, go ahead and run the slant, and then dives. Dyson doesn't really fight to get in the end zone. He knows he's not supposed to score here. He knows this is how it's supposed to end. Because you guys can tell he doesn't really fight. He just tries to catch and dive. He doesn't, like, fight to get the guy off of him. Super Bowl on the line, you got to fight harder than this. If this is real, If this is actually for the Super Bowl, if this is real, guys, you got to fight harder than this to get in the end zone. He catches it and then doesn't really fight. He's not fighting, guys. Like, no. He's just trying to reach in. Like, no. I'm sorry, you guys have to keep watching this fake stuff. But I got a lot more coming.